You see these little blink electric car charging stations? This is at a McDonald's here by my house. I've never ever seen an electric car here ever. When they put these in the state of Tennessee, they put 1,000 of them in. There's some at the Cracker Barrel right down the street. At the time they put 1,000 of them in, there was only 500 electric cars even on the road. And they act like, friends, that they created the electric car recently. Did you know that Thomas Edison had electric delivery trucks in New York in the early 1900s, and an electric train, all kinds of electric stuff. So electric vehicles is not something new. It's actually old technology. And they found out that it uses more coal to power these things, to charge the electric cars. You know, the whole point of it is to save natural resources. Didn't work. Sorry, friends. So there they are, wasting away again in McDonaldsville. Good morning, friends. It is the Spa Guy Second Channel daily vlog. Stay tuned. We're going to find some stuff to look at today. That is real right there, friends. And they're on the same road with everybody else. There's a pair of... I got a PhD right there, friends. Post hole diggers. There's my PhD. So up here is an interesting thing. They're redoing all this stuff out here, and there is the John Geist and Sons power lawnmowers. That was a lawnmower repair shop that they're actually turning into part of a restaurant, it looks like, which is going to be interesting. So this is over by the ballpark off Jefferson Street. And friends, here's the site of the new Tennessee State Museum. It's going to open in 2018. That is they call that the Bicentennial Mall over on this side. That's the state capitol up there. It's been up there since before the Civil War. And that's the farmer's market just on the other side. And they broke ground on it, so they're working on it as we speak. So here's what it looks like. You can see it a little bit from here. They're breaking ground and putting down pylons and digging holes and all that good stuff. That's where the museum is going to be. And then you can see the farmers market's coming up right here, which is by downtown. There's the train going over. It's up over your head. And right there to the right, this building right here, I believe, is part of Bruton Snuff. Can you believe they still make snuff? Can you smell it, Lori? That's Bruton Snuff right down there. I could smell it. Well, I like it. It's kind of minty smelling. You don't smell that mint flavor? Yeah. What do you think about that little parking office right there? Bob's Parking. Oh, Bob. And there's the Bruton Snuff sign that you can see from downtown. Bruton Snuff, friends. I can't believe they're still making enough snuff, but evidently they are. Look at that giant smokestack right there. Part of the Bruton Snuff plant. Friends, this is the new Lifeway building going up. This is in West Nashville. There actually used to be a club there on, I think, by Dirks Bentley, if I remember right. It used to be right in there, and all that stuff's gone now. And here's a company that sells hearses. So I told you the story about Bill Black and his bass guitar having a new tarp-like material case put around it and it coming off the top of the car. That right there is the place it came from, Nashville Tent and Awning. Since 1884, Nashville, Tennessee. So friends, this right here is Marathon Automobiles. We talked about this yesterday, and this particular part of the building is actually antique archaeology. This is where the guys from the TV show are. That building, the door to the right with the little car door in front of it, just under the word automobiles, that is the office for antique archaeology. You can actually go in there and buy things that you see on the TV show. And I'm going to fly around a little bit here, and I'm going to show you some other things. I'm going to play some music in between, and we're going to play some other things as well. And just take a look. And if you look down there, you'll see that there's a tower. Not the water tower, but the other tower. And that's where the pyramid that I showed you the other day, and that's downtown Nashville to your right. But that little pyramid that you see on the ground there beyond the tower is actually the roof for the tower. So I'm going to fly over the tower so we can take a look what it looks like down in. And I'm also going to fly across the street, and we're going to take a look at the new Lifeway building and that crane that's over there. That particular crane company always puts UT, University of Tennessee flags on the tops of the cranes. And I'm going to fly up real close to it, and you'll be able to see how tattered it is. So we're going to skip down here till we can see the other tower. And that little pyramid that they're making, I showed you yesterday, is made out of wood. And it's they're refinishing. They're going to put roofing on it. And I will try to get back over here and see if I can find the day that they're going to put it up there with the crane as well. And see if I can get over there and get a video of them putting it up on top. So I'm going to fly up to this tower, and we're going to look down inside of it in just a moment. You can see that's downtown Nashville. That is I-40 that you see the vehicles right there. I'm just kind of turning around, and tighten up anytime you can. So let's look down inside that tower and see what it looks like. That tower has been there for like 140 years or so. 130. It's pretty rough looking. They've had it covered up so it wouldn't rain down in there, and you see the tarp is gone. But that new triangle cover or pyramid cover is going to go up on top of this. So they've got a lot of work to do, needless to say. That's what it looks like from the front. I believe it says 1881 on the front, if I remember right. It'll be 120 years, wouldn't it? Yep. Now I'm going to turn, and I'm going to fly across the street, and we're going to take a look at the new building going up that is the Lifeway building. And we're also going to look at that crane. So stand by, friends. I'm going to play a little music for you, a little interlude. Let's fly across I-40 there. You want to? You can barely see the Batman building over to the right. It's obscured by the old Sheraton. And the Sheraton, you see that round top on the top, used to be a restaurant, and because of the some zoning laws and stuff, they had to run new gas pipes from the top to the bottom. It was going to be so expensive, they decided to not build a restaurant up there again. But this is the beginning of the Lifeway building. And then we're going to fly up and take a look at the crane. Just stand by. I'm going to play a little music. Thanks for watching, friends. Tighten up.